It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the Commanders and the Chargers. And it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium. State-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. And just like that, the season has reached October. Joined by Brock Huard up here in the booth. I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, I don't know about you, but I always feel like the smells start to change in October. It just really starts to smell like fall, smell like football, second month of the regular season. And these next few games take on a greater importance moving forward.
Gosh, I wish I had a sense of smell. Mine is so bad, but I love what you...
We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Commanders' offense headed out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by an elite runner, one of the game's top dual-threat young quarterbacks. He was taken second in 2024, Jayden Daniels.
As a QB in this league, if you're going to finish a game with no touchdowns on that side of the stat sheet, well, you better finish it with no interceptions as well. Even if last week was an uneventful contest for him throwing the football, he did what he needed to do to help them come away with the most important stat, the win.
And he's caught after a gain of about 2. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Eight yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this second down. Another carry for Robinson. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They got 2 yards there. That leaves them with 3rd down and 5. Their struggles this season, Brock, I think, I'm not saying you think, but I think you can put a good chunk of them on this right here. It's tough to win most of your games when you're operating shorthanded.
Well, you can do whatever you want to do, but their fans, they do not want to hear it. They want that next man to step up, and unfortunately, it's just not happening. Listen, injuries mount in this league. We know that watching this game every single season, and it's those teams that get better, that adapt, that overcome, that improvise. They're the ones who win through those injuries, and those others that don't, well, we see seasons like this one right here.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Out of the gun, Daniels. Will get it complete to Brian Robinson Jr. And he reaches midfield and starts driving into Chargers territory. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 47. Out to his wideout, it's a screen. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Commanders will have a first. The defense calls a timeout, so that's their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. A successful opening drive, nearing field goal range now. It's 1st down at the 41. A give left side. Here's Robinson. He's got a gain of 6 there. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Now Daniels off the play action. Into a ton of traffic, and this one's intercepted. And the Chargers will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB in you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
True story. First time I saw Justin Herbert at a Pac-12 Media Days, I thought, that can't be Justin Herbert. That guy looks like a defensive lineman. He is massive. But then you watch him play and you realize he's one of those 6'5", 6'6" guys that's the athlete of a 6'2". The way that he moves so effortlessly, the way that rocket arm can throw the ball all over the field. Been hyper productive statistically. Kind of like that Fouts guy that wore the lightning bolt before him. On any given Sunday, this guy can put on a show. That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to third down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
That play clock was getting pretty low. Jim Harbaugh calls time. And after burning a couple early, they're down to 1 to work with now. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it, it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. That hits at the 9, but nobody around to grab it. It carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. Back out run the Commanders for their 2nd drive of the game. And as they take the field, Brock, they got to be thankful that interception didn't cost them. Still scoreless here.
I like how you say they. I think the quarterback in particular right, loves a chance to have in golf a breakfast ball or a mulligan, another opportunity to flush that first drive away.
And he finds space for about a 3-yard gain. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. 2nd down now, 7 to go. From the 23. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one, and then brings up 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against the rush. It came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Escapes the pocket. He's running for it. That's 16 on the pickup. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. 2nd and 3 now. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. From the gun, it's Daniels. He'll get this one to Brown. It's inside the 10. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I can guarantee you that's going to be in Tell the Truth Monday right there in the film room, front and center, showing you the importance of tackling in the open field. An opportunity to cut him down sooner, but the broken tackle allowed him to add those extra yards to the catch.
Samuel comes in motion left. Robinson goes up and over for the touchdown. The Commanders go up 6-0 here in the first. So our first score of the game here as they cap off that drive with a touchdown.
It's really what you're looking for, Kate, offensively. You want to force the other guys into thinking they need to play a little catch-up right away. So a nice job to get that first score and take early control of this game.
The extra point is up, and it is good. And the Commanders will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Darius Davis to return it. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Chargers getting their offense set for their second drive. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3-and-out to begin this game. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Snared by his running back, it's Najee Harris. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Runs into traffic and hits a wall, no gain. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. Short yardage situation here, it's 3rd and 2. Now trying to run it with Harris. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. It's a meager 2-yard gain, but that's enough to award them the 1st down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the 1st down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Tackle made on the play by Dietrich Wise. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 42, into the hands of Conklin. He's only going to manage to get back to the line. Brought down by the future Hall of Famer, Bobby Wagner. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Herbert from the gun. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That one hits at the 6, but can't check up. It gets into the end zone for a touchback. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
They will not get another play off. We're at the end of 1. Neither side separating much so far. We're back to SoFi right after this. Time now for the 2nd quarter. Commanders in possession. They'll be set up 2nd and 7. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Sent to the ground by Khalil Mack. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Staying with Robinson. That's a 1st and even more past the 40. And all the way up to the 42-yard line before he stopped. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Changing things up. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And it's scooped up by the Chargers. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
You know, this just can't happen on 1st down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on 1st down, it is especially a killer.
Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock, but what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
No, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
They'll run here on first down. And he's brought down for a loss.
These defensive ends today are so good, Kate, with their hands, and it's often right off the jump. If you can win with your hands, if you can create space, you can get a tackle behind the line of scrimmage.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Shotgun snap to Herbert. He's on the move. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. 16 yards on the play. And the Chargers will have a first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9 at the 13-yard line.
Herbert. This one's caught. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
They'll try and punch it in. Punches it in for the LA touchdown. The Chargers start to fight back with their first points of this game. Now it's Cameron Dicker on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers tie this game 7-7. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming from the 6. Finds some space, he's past the 30. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw, here's Daniels. That's taken in by Samuel. And he's gonna get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Up to the line, and they're set, 1st and 10. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Daniels. And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're rolling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down. Daniels now. Passing struggles, bleeding over from that last play. He's forced to get rid of this one.
So many coaches love 3rd downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game or already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these 3rd downs.
And that gets out of bounds down inside the 20. It looks to be at about the 17-yard line. The Chargers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And they were not blessed with the short field they got on their prior drive. This one is a world away as they begin deep on their own side. 1st and 10, Herbert. He throws a bullet to the center. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
First and 10, here's Herbert. Conklin brings it in. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. They're set up at the 35 now. Throwing on first is Herbert. Finds him over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. So after that completion, we've got a player in some visible discomfort. And here come the trainers to get him some help. 2nd and 3 now. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire first half. They drop him behind the line. 3rd and 4 coming up now.
A loss of a yard on the play. It's now 3rd down and 4.
Herbert now. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
Brown's kick is up and good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Daniels. Ertz reels it in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Commanders will have a first. Now Daniels off the play action. Vacates quickly left side. He's keeping it. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
When a play breaks down, every once in a while you got to be able to make a play with your legs. His offense counts on that ability to evade pressure and occasionally make plays just like that one.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Oh, they're going to run the option to the short side. And they'll pitch it out to him. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. So now it's going to be 3rd and long. We're at the 2-minute warning now from SoFi. The Commanders with some work to do, trailing in this game. Daniels throwing on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. Oh, he's going to run for it! And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
The Commanders going field goal here. This will be from 52 yards. Online, but not enough juice. It's no good short. And they are unable to tie up this contest.
Well, once you get out beyond 50 yards, everything in the process has got to be perfect. It's a good effort, but it's going to wind up off the mark.
The Chargers offense getting set to take over. They seem likely to carry the lead into the locker room, but some points here to end the half could make things even more comfortable. Herbert on first down. We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. And the Commanders pick this one up. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Play fake here, Daniels. Defense is too much here. The Chargers drag him down. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. Another try following the sack. That's complete. Here's Austin Eckler. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Washington calls it second timeout. Throw on 3rd down. Chased out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
You know, that may have been a situation when you look back on it, he watches the tape the next day, and he's got to find a way to throw the ball because his running ability, while it gets him some yards, is not enough to get the first down.
He's got it close to the marker. Oh, but they're going to say incomplete. He didn't get the feet down on 4th down. Looking to throw. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. And that one hits the ground incomplete. A single second left now on the clock. One last play before the break. Looking to throw. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. So we've reached halftime. Only a field goal game so far. Now we'll go coast to coast. Jonathan Coachman standing by in our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here in what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was the Colts who were able to come away with the home victory. Jonathan Taylor, a touchdown run in the victory. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium, and it was the visiting Dolphins who were able to get the victory. 20-10 was the final. Finally, let's get down to the Bayou to check on the Saints at home at the Caesars Superdome. And that one, compelling, as evidenced by that scoreline.
As always, a hat tip to Coach for his hard work during the break, as we're happy to welcome y'all back for the start of our 3rd quarter. On the return, here comes Davis. He stopped on the return at the 27. Here come the Chargers for their first drive of the second half. And it has been all about these defenses so far, Brock. Even into the second half, we're still waiting for one of these offenses to take charge.
Yeah, what you're feeling, these defenses are making every yard tough, every first down tough, every series tough. And offensively, yeah, it's time to toughen up and maybe more importantly, sharpen up.
And the push forward doesn't get beyond the line. Give that tackle to Johnny Newton. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
At the 26-yard line.
Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
3rd down and 10.
Trying to throw here out of the gun. He's got Harris. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Starts his return from the 23. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. And that punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Commanders will go on offense. They've got 1st down from the 31. Daniels from the pistol. He's on the move.
That's just a case where you're trying to make something when there really is nothing there. There just wasn't an opening for him to work with, and he was lucky to get what he could.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Has a man, it's Brown. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Cam Hart's up for the tackle that time. Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. 3rd down coming. Shotgun snap to Daniels. Finds the in route complete. And he'll get it up to the 44. That play goes for 8 yards, and it keeps this drive moving.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door to a bigger gap in the future.
Able to find Ertz. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And the Commanders will have a 1st. Broke through the tackle. This is ahead for about 5. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Any tackle for loss hurts, Kate. They hurt that much more from a defensive back. Those guys typically are better in coverage, and you've got to find a way to make them miss in the backfield.
And like an empty wrapper, he just throws that one away.
You know, Kate, that was one of those situations where you hear a quarterback have a clock, right? You know, and he had enough time in the pocket, but then it was like, okay, time is running out, and I got to do something. He did not force a throw and risk a pick. Instead, he just got rid of it and cut his losses.
And this one's out of the side of the end zone. Was trying to get that precise aim, but he was off the mark. It's going to be a touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he could only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line. Now after the run, we see some trainers headed out for an injured player who was shaken up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Right up the gut. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They push it forward for a yard. That brings up 3rd and 8. Herbert from the gun. And the Commanders get home. They drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up 4th down.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions, you get more depth. But a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And he's been getting all of it every time out. He's been hitting it well so far. This is another big one. Picked up at the 38. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Called that a 64-yard punt officially. And it'll be their football. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Robinson. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
First carry now for Austin Eckler. He locates a couple of yards through that chaos. That's Denzel Perryman in on the stop. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Running left is Robinson. Juke the defender. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard. From the gun, it's Daniels. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. But one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Quick slant to Samuel. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. They gain 14 on the play. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. Some early movement on the left side there, but was he the first to go, or was he provoked? There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. They're set back 5 by that false start. Now 15 yards to the marker. They'll run here following the penalty. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Man in motion out of the slot. Throwing now, Daniels. And he's in for the Washington touchdown. The Commanders take a 3rd quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
You know, Kate, this is the time of the game where fatigue starts to set in every once in a while, but that right there was a determined-looking drive. They were not going to be denied and able to score and take the lead.
Kicking unit comes out for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Commanders take a 4-point lead.
Commanders 14, Chargers 10.
The Commanders kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. Has this at the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes the offense now for the the Chargers. And they have tried on occasion to ramp up their passing game, but nothing has worked with consistency yet, Brock. Might be why they trail near the end of this third quarter.
You sure love teams who excel on the ground, right? You love a physical game of football who can hammer at the opponent. But in today's NFL, it's just impossible to win if you don't have a passing component that's balancing it out.
And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Frankie Luvu there for the tackle. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They give to Harris from the gun. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there, brought down by the future Hall of Famer Bobby Wagner. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down.
A gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
This is the end of the third quarter. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Big gain downfield. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. 3rd and long for him here. And the defender redirects that deep shot. Nicely done. Incomplete.
Read and react. Read and react. Read and react. Got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and you got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. Looking to return from the 29. And it ends up a good return for him, up past their own 40. The Commanders and Brian Robinson Jr. running back on now. Commanders starting out in a good spot this drive as they get set. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Now Daniels to throw. It's on the turf. The ball's out. He lost it. Oh, and the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense. So near disaster a moment ago, but the drive's still in trouble if they can't convert on 3rd. Daniels now against a blitz. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline, and now their offense gets a chance in a 1-score game.
The Commanders ready for the punt. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away, definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Officially a 55-yard launch. And the Chargers take possession. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Looking right, and he finds him. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Now Herbert to throw. Pass taken in by the rookie out of Ole Miss. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. That play good for 17 and a 1st down. They go play action. Here's Herbert. And he can't hang on to it in the end zone. Not an interception, only an incompletion. So they get it back. Second down coming up. Herbert now off the play fake. And the defender comes away with it. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Red zone defense. It is a part of the practice week at least twice. Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays. Because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Out comes the Commander offense for another series. They're on a 3-game winning streak, Brock, and working to stretch that out to 4. They're out and set, 1st and 10. It's a sweep, he pops the pass forward. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Out of the gun, Daniels has a man, it's Ertz. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain. There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Daniels throwing on 3rd. Ertz reels it in. And this one does not go far.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And it's going to be their football coming up. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's going to be brought down at the 42.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
From the gun, they go with Harris. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
2nd and 13. Completed over the middle. And he takes it up and across midfield to Commander's territory. So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That throw finds Coughlin. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Give him 13 on that play. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They've got 1st down from the 31. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And their struggles on the ground continue as he's tackled after a small gain. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there, so consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
To throw, Herbert escapes the pocket. He's running for it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Obviously, a defense wants to take away all the reads and prevent any kind of big throw for the 1st down. Fine. Well, this QB, he'll just lower his head and gash the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game.
Tight end motioning right. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter. Gotta think this is 4-down territory, Brock, as they come up here, 1st and goal. Herbert now. And look at the footwork there, touchdown! The Chargers take a 4th quarter lead. Wow, just fantastic work there. Tiptoeing along the back line. The concentration was there. Great catch for 6.
Yeah, the concentration and the body control. I don't know how these receivers do it in this day and age. There's no space to work with, yet they have such an awareness to secure it first, to tap dance the line, and go get that touchdown.
Dicker tacks down the extra point. And the Chargers push their lead to 3. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Commanders set to take over. They find themselves down here in the 4th after that touchdown. This game could end up depending on how they respond right here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. A toss now to Robinson. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Decent gain here, but short of the 1st.
You know what I love to say, you never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
That one goes for 25 yards. And the Commanders will have a 1st.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Daniels back to throw. That's taken in by Samuel. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. It's the 2-minute warning here in LA. Commanders down by only 3. 2nd down now, 7 to go. Setting up to pass. Throwing the out route complete. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. They'll run the draw with Robinson. And tough sledding for him. Only room to get it to the 30. The Commanders in the hurry up. They're hustling for the line. Back to throw. He's on the move. And they got there in time. He's taken down. The Commanders in the hurry up. They're hustling for the line. The Commanders take a timeout. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Now to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. Running in the red zone. He goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Washington first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So it's 2nd down coming up. He'll look to throw it. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. He can't hang on to the pass. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Looking to throw it. This throw is caught. And this is down all the way to the 3. Washington calls it 2nd timeout. Still one more in their pocket to use. Got that chip shot in their back pocket to tie it. A chance at the lead here first, though. 1st and goal. And that's a touchdown. The catch is made, and they lead just before the end of this game.
Touchdown, Washington.
So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
The Commanders' kickoff unit out and ready as they send this away. On the return, here comes Davis. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Charger offense making its way to the field. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Fits it through the middle. And he will score and give them the lead in the final minute. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them, and Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
To make it a field goal game. And he shakes out the pressure to nail the point after, and now an opposing field goal would only tie this game. The Chargers kicking team is out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. The Commanders and QB Jaden Daniels headed out for their next look on offense. And this is some quality film review right here. Look at this. Couple of touchdowns, good amount of yards, too. He's been moving them down the field like only he can, putting together quite the game for himself in the process. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Daniels from the pistol. Got a man. McCaffrey has it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Final timeout taken by the Commanders. from the 35 on second down. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Pass didn't work on second. Let's see how that affects this third down. To throw. Can't find anyone open. He's forced to throw it away.
I think that time the defense was thinking a run play was going to come out. Actually, most of us probably thought that was the right call. Still, wasn't a problem for them to adapt and get into coverage and force now a fourth down.
Desperation time here on fourth. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense. So they happily go to a knee here to run out this clock, and they're finally on the board, their first win of the season. So the Chargers come away with a win in this one. And finally, Brock, they can exhale and take a few breaths, because I don't imagine any of them were breathing easy during that one with how close this game was.
Them or us? We're both.
All of us.
Yeah,
all of the above.
It is so hard, Kate, to match the adrenaline surge they feel right now, and that they felt at every major turn throughout the second half. There's just something about a close game, the intensity that's there in every moment that you love to experience as a player, and that you hope in all these moments you can execute so you're the one celebrating and riding that wave of emotion.